Being clueless is my language, and I speak it fluently. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Raphael, and I am here to review season 13, episode 9 of The Real Housewives Making Out with Their Driver of Beverly Hills. We start the episode off with Crystal. Then we head over to Garcelle, and she's talking to her sons about what they're doing this summer. We see Erica Jane doing the promo shoot for her Las Vegas show, and she looks really, really good in that black lace bodysuit with the long blonde hair. It's a little bit too much for a $3 show, but at least the dedication is there, right? If I was her, I wouldn't even do a photo shoot. I'll just have my name and like sparkling lights like Erica Jane with a little warning at the bottom that says, the tickets are already cheap. You either come or you don't. And that's that. But then we see Sutton. She's going on her first date with one of the possible bachelors that Melissa the matchmaker has paired her off with. They're at this restaurant. His name is Sal, and he starts off the conversation by saying, so, Sutton, did I tell you about my mom? Let me talk about my mom. So I love my mom, and she loves me, and we talk every single day. I love my mom. She calls me in the mornings, in the evenings, and in the afternoons. Sometimes my mom even calls me at night right before I'm about to go to sleep to tell me a bedtime story. I love my mom. By the way, did I tell you that I sweat? I'm like, whoa, 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 Sal, let's pull it back a bit. You know, what happened to, hi, how are you? My name is, like, what happened to that? But it's cute that they have a good relationship, but it's also a red flag because men like that are never gonna have an opinion or a say-so for themselves. And it's always gonna be about what the mother wants and pleasing her. And do you really wanna be in a relationship with him and the mother? And if any of you are in a relationship similar like this, listen to me closely. Go get your phone. Go get it. I'll wait right here. Go get it. You got it? Okay, so what you're gonna do, type this all out, right? So what you're gonna do is text them maybe on the 27th, the 28th, a couple of days after Christmas. That way you get your Christmas gift first, right? So you're gonna text them a couple of days after like, hey, I don't think that this is gonna work out between us. And then you hit them with the infamous, I'm gonna be working on myself on a spiritual journey, okay? And then you give them the boot because that is just not a healthy relationship, right? In my opinion. And Sutton makes it no better because she's just sitting there awkwardly listening to him like at least try to engage with him. Try to get a to-go plate out of him. You know, I know money's no thing to you, but to me, food always tastes better when somebody else is paying for it. So that was that. The date didn't really go too well. They get up, they awkwardly say goodbye to each other and block each other's number. So obviously, Sutton, you have to go back to the matchmaker and try again for a round 2. Then we see Anne-Marie and Dorit heading out to Kyle's house, and Kyle has every single type of charcuterie board set out on the table for them. I mean, she has a vegan charcuterie board, a charcuterie board with only fruits, a charcuterie board with bacon, a charcuterie board with just vegetables. Like, it was just coochie everywhere, right? So they start talking about Sutton and her esophagus and making fun of that again. Kyle, she lets them know, oh, so I've been working on this 1-hour drama series or whatever thing that she's working on. And Dorit, she was taken aback like, hold on, my baby. What do you mean you're working on a 1-hour special? How come I don't know anything about this? So Kyle was just like, well, I mean, it just didn't cross my mind. Oops, I'm sorry. So then Dorit was just like, wow, I cannot believe this, Kyle. I thought we were closer than this. Next thing you know, you're going to tell me that you got a new tattoo or something. Do you have a new tattoo, Kyle? Kyle was just like, well, you know, it's funny that you asked because me and my friend, Morgan, you know, we're just close friends, but we went to a tattoo shop and yeah, I did get a new tattoo and I just so happened to tattoo my initial, K, on her body. So Dorit and Anne-Marie, they were like, what? I can't believe this. Since when are you two that close? Where is my deed? I'm Dorit because if you have that type of friendship with each other, where's my letter? I want you to get the letter R tattooed on your forehead. Like, show me it's real. But Kyle, you know, Kyle does her infamous rich white woman laugh. And she's like, oh, stop it, Dorit, stop it. No, you know, it's just me and Morgan. We're just close like that. So Dorit was like, oh, wait a minute. So what did Mauricio think about this whole situation? And Kyle is just looking at her like, what about him? You know, it's all about me and Morgan and what she wants. It's not the other way around. Forget him, or at least that's what she wanted to say. But obviously, Dorit, you're slowly being phased out of Kyle's life, and you need to take action quickly. Garcelle and Erica meet up at a bar to get some drinks, and Erica is hoping that they can move in a better direction after everything that they went through last season. So Garcelle tells her, I have a mystery guest coming to join us. So I'm thinking, is it Camille? Lisa Vanderpump? Like, who is it? And then it's Sutton. can I get the check, please? Like, what kind of disappointment is this, Garcelle? She was hyping it up like, yeah, some mystery guest is coming to join us, and it's Sutton. But Sutton, she joins them, and surprisingly, the chemistry between all three of them was really good. I love that they were genuinely being friendly with each other. Erica tells Garcelle, for a second, I thought you were gonna surprise me with Denise. And that's all that Garcelle had to hear to put on her producer hat. She was like, oh, speaking of Denise, she fell right into my trap. So speaking of Denise, well, you know, Crystal, she's having this Taco Tuesday night at her house. Everybody's going, including Denise. And I was thinking, Erica, you know, I was thinking that maybe you and Denise could talk out your issues or whatever. What do you say? And I'm like, ooh, Garcelle, I see what you're doing, you producer, you. So Erica, she was like, no, I don't really have anything to talk about with Denise. There's nothing to say. I mean, I don't have an issue with her. And you know, the thing with Erica and Denise is that it's kind of like a one-way issue. Erica does not care if Denise likes her or not. So she tells them, so Garcelle and Sutton, do you know that you could get a $7 naked bundle deal of Denise Richards online on her OnlyFans? And I'm like, what? $7, Denise? $7? You let Greg borrow $10,000? $7, Denise? Like, you're Denise D. Richards. You're worth at least $10, but $7. Like, what is that? $7 is what? A double cheeseburger and a medium fries from McDonald's? Maybe an apple pie? Like, that is crazy. $7. You know, if I had one, if I had an OF, how much would I charge? I'd probably charge like maybe like $15 to $30. You know, this is top notch right here. This is VIP buzzy. But then Sutton, you know, Sutton is like, okay, well, I gotta go. You know, my driver that I like, he's outside, so I have to go. Garcelle puts her on blast, and she's like, oh, you mean the driver that you're making out with? And I'm like, not miss, I'm too classy for this. Not miss, I have morals. I have the Ballet Society watching me. I have to be careful with what I'm doing on TV. Not that Sutton, right? Interesting, Sutton. Interesting how she picks and chooses what's this and what's that. Not that it's anything wrong with making out with a driver, but still, Sutton, you know, you would think that with how she was acting a couple of episodes ago, she wouldn't want this out there, but here she is giggling about it. Okay, and doesn't that cause a whole conflict of interest? Because technically, her driver is on a job, right? Like, he's doing his job for Sutton, and Sutton is his client. You know, Sutton, are you riding more than just his car? We see everyone getting ready for taco night at Crystal's house, and Sutton, as she's getting her glam done with her glam squad, she's scrolling through her phone because she brought Denise Richards' OnlyFans, and she's curious, and she's just scrolling through it like, let me see what's going on here. Okay, this is interesting. Let me give this a like. Okay, let me keep scrolling. Oh my God, no. She starts freaking out because I'm guessing she saw something explicit of Denise, and she's like, oh, no, this is too much, and she puts the phone down. But at least she's contributing to Denise Richards' bank account, and she's supporting, right? So I like that. Then we see Dorit and Kyle. They're on their way to, what's her name, to Crystal's house. Dorit looks so beautiful. The hair was just perfect. I think this is the best that Dorit has looked all season, but you know, we'll get to her in a second. But Dorit looks beautiful. She's in her feelings. There's some tension between her and Kyle. She's telling Kyle, Kyle, I just feel like some type of way because you didn't tell me about your project that you were working on, and I thought that we were supposed to be best friends. And then in the confessional, she's like, I just don't understand. Me and Kyle, we went on trips every other year. We were best friends, and I just don't understand what happened. And what did I say last week in my review? All it takes is that one person for you to start looking at everything in your life from a whole different perspective. And that one person to Kyle is Morgan. Kyle is probably looking at Dorit like, wait a minute. Are we really best friends, or are we just best friends because of this show? Without this show, what are we really? And then Kyle, she gives her BS excuse in the confessional, and she's like, well, you know, I'm just really upset with the way Dorit handled the whole situation between me and my sister last season, and blah, blah, blah. Like, Kyle, when are you gonna take ownership of your behavior and your toxicness with your family? Like, it's always everybody's fault except hers. Like, she wants to blame Dorit, she wants to blame Erica, she wants to blame Lisa Rinna, Sutton, me, Andy Cohen, Nene Leakes, Teresa Giudice, Joe Giudice. Like, who else do you want to blame besides Kyle Richards? Like, come on, like, take a responsibility for yourself. But anyways, Garcelle, she picks up Denise. And Denise, first of all, Garcelle, I love that Gucci jacket that she had on, the rainbow jacket that she had on. That was cute. Denise, I love the hair. I love the updo hair that she had on. She gets in, and Garcelle, of course, hold on, producer hat intact. She was like, so Denise, you know, hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, you look nice. Yeah, let's get to it. So Erica's gonna be there. Already, she's being the producer, right? She's putting the scenes together. You know, Erica's gonna be there, and I suggest that maybe, you know, you two have some dirty laundry that you want to fold, and maybe you two need to talk. I don't know. I just feel like it'll be the perfect opportunity. What do you think? Denise, she's like, you know what? I think you're right. So Garcelle was just like, yes. So eventually we get back to Crystal. Crystal, I love the dress that she had on. She looks so pretty. That red dress that she had on. She's there with the first guest of the night, which is her friend, Nia. And Bravo, if you're watching, yeah, I need to see more of Nia for next season, or at least replace her with Crystal, because Crystal, what are you doing this season? Nia, I like that she came off organic to the group, to the conversations that she was having with everybody on the cast, and it felt genuine and real. Unlike Anne-Marie, the new housewife of the show, which we barely saw this episode, she came off obviously Team Kyle and trying to start an issue with Sutton just to have a purpose on the show, and it didn't feel organic. So I want to see more of Nia and the other two friends. I forgot what the other two friends were named. The one that we see later on when the drama was going on and they were looking at each other, laughing at each other. I want to see all three of them back for next season. Crystal, I mean, she looks pretty in her red dress, but then we see Dorit and Kyle, they get there, they start talking to Nia. Nia, she also has an interesting backstory because she's married to a famous comedian that I don't know. His name is Bill something, and he has shows in Vegas. So she tells them, oh yeah, I'm married to so-and-so. Also, I saw that both of you were in Las Vegas not too long ago through the Instagram post. You went to that show, right? The Magic Mike show. Dorit, she was like, yes, my baby Nia. Yes, we definitely did. We had a good time. It was totally fine until Sutton. Ooh, until somebody in the group, you know, they freaked out and they stormed out. I just don't know what happened. I don't know what the cause was. So Nia was like, oh, really? What do you think happened? So Dorit threw it back at her and she was like, oh, well, maybe you should ask. Nia was smart because Nia was like, oh, no. I want my diamond for next season organically. I'm not going to come at Sutton again like Anne-Marie's doing. She said, oh, no, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm just going to watch. I'm going to earn my diamond the right way. So Dorit, I don't know, was she trying to be messy with doing that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's exactly what happened. I mean, Sutton did have a whole tantrum, but I mean, I guess it's a stranger that you're telling that to, so I suppose, right? So then everybody, they all start getting to the house one by one. We see Denise get there, Erica get there. Erica looks really nice in that pink outfit. Garcelle gets there. Obviously, Denise and, what's her name? And Erica, they're not too fond of seeing each other. And then we see Kim Richards, Kyle's sister. And I'm like, damn, Kyle, you're really trying to prove a point, huh? Like that comment that Sutton made to you a couple of episodes ago really stung you, huh? Because now we're seeing Kim back to back to back. What, 3 episodes already? Is she gonna be at the reunion too? I believe Sutton was the last one to show up, and I'm not sure how I feel about her dress because her dress is cute, but it has so many butterflies on it. And I don't know if I want to take a chance eating a taco next to her and all of a sudden I'm biting into it and all of a sudden I see a butterfly just, and then it goes into my mouth. Like, absolutely not. Take the dress off and put on pajamas or something. But I did like the poof in her hair. I love the hair. So she does look pretty. The dress, I don't know. I would have needed like a fly swatter or something next to me. But then we see outside, we see Denise and Dorit. They're talking and Denise was like, you know, I just wanna apologize. You know, the other night, you know, what happened between, you know, me and you. I had the flu. Oh, Denise, you're so adorable. You're so cute. Now she's saying that she has the flu, you know, that she felt terrible at Kyle's dinner. She wasn't feeling good, and that's why she was acting the way she was. Okay, oh, you know what? We'll go with that story. One thing I could take away from Crystal is that she has a big ass house because they're all outside, right? You know, on the lawn in the backyard. They're all talking and everything, but it's just so spaced out to the point where, you know, they're walking back into the kitchen. It takes like half the episode just to get from the backyard to the kitchen. Like we're just walking, walking, like 2 commercials go by and we're still walking to her kitchen. Like she has a huge house. So then we see what's her name? Erica. Garcelle and Sutton, they're talking in front of the, what's her name, Dorit, about the night that they had, you know, basically rubbing it in her face. And Dorit was like, wait, hold on, my babies. Hold on. What do you mean that, you know, apparently all three of you went out? What about me? I'm like, wow, is this kind of like a very undercover way of trying to ice out Dorit off the show? Because I can see that happening. So Erica just throws it out there and she's like, and actually made out with her own driver. And notice how Garcelle didn't react any type of way, and she was just laughing. She was like, oh, stop. And Erica yelled it loud enough for everybody to hear within earshot. You know, there was people in the back. Yeah, their heads were turned, but I'm pretty sure that they could hear Erica. There was no reaction, right? And I only let that know because, you know, later on it's just going to be a whole different situation. But as of now, Garcelle didn't react. Everything was okay. Dorit was the only one shocked, like, wait a minute, hold on, you made out with a driver? And I'm not really sure if she was trying to come off as judgmental or judgy, like, a driver? You could do better than that. But she was telling Sutton, a driver? Really? A driver? That's just so not sexy. And I mean, Dorit, in a way, it is sexy because it's very unpredictable. I mean, how often do you actually even make out with a driver? You know, if anything, just say that you're jealous and that you're upset because you have to go home and make out with PK. I'll be upset too if I was you. You know, I could see why you will feel some type of way, like saying, oh, it's not sexy. It's not sexy making out with PK. So they move it over to the living room and Dorit, she gets even more in her feelings by telling Garcelle, who's sitting right next to her, oh, I can't stand Crystal. You know, she's always trying to pin me and Sutton against each other. She always wants to talk about people behind their backs in confessionals and never to their faces. I can't stand her. And I'm like, wait a minute. Last time I checked, we're in Crystal's house. How are you feeling so bold to talk shit about her like that when she's walking away? So Garcelle was just like, oh, really? I'm surprised she even said anything. And I mean, Dorit, where is this coming from? She's obviously still upset from what happened last week. But again, this is so random, right? So they all start sitting down one by one. And then I believe Nia, oh, Nia, for a second, I thought you didn't take the bait, but she kind of took the bait and she started this whole thing in motion. She asked Sutton, who's sitting right next to her. So Sutton, oh, I can't wait till the Bravo producers see this. They're going to get me as a friend up for next season. So Sutton, what happened in Las Vegas at the Magic Mike show specifically? And I'm like, oh, Nia. But I was here for it. So Sutton, she was just like, oh, well, you know, I went to this show, to the Magic Mike show, and I just didn't want to be there, honestly. I just felt so uncomfortable with the legs wide open thing. I just didn't like that portion. Dorit, she's looking at her like, okay, now wait a minute. No, because you had a stack of money, a stack of dollars to the show. And we all remember clearly on that episode specifically. She was like, oh yeah, I'm bringing my stack of money to the show. I'm going to give it away. I'm so excited. And now Sutton was just like, okay, yeah, I brought money with me. That doesn't mean I was going to put it down their pants. Like, Sutton, you are so full of shit, and I'm glad that Dorit was catching on to her for now, because she was just like, no, you purposely brought money to the show to give it to the dancers, now you want to take it back? Like, no. And then on top of that, Dorit throws it out there, but you were just making out with your driver. Like, Dorit, you had a point, but you kind of lost me here, because where are we going with this? But I'm not upset with Dorit bringing that up at all. I know that people are like, oh, she's trying to embarrass her. She's trying to embarrass her with a bunch of strangers. Dorit is just calling her out on being a hypocrite because Sutton wants to judge on spreading the legs. Erica shouldn't do this on stage, do that, this, that, and the third. But yet you're over here making out with your driver. Like, Sutton, please. And then on top of that, Sutton and Garcelle, they have no issue questioning Kyle in front of everybody at the dinner table a couple of episodes ago about her marriage, something that Kyle is sensitive about, allegedly. You know, they had no issue putting her on blast in front of everybody, questioning her about anything. Yet now that it's the other way around and Dorit's doing the questioning back to Sutton, all of a sudden it's an issue? Like, absolutely not. So then Sutton, she was just like, okay, so why are you bringing this up? Why are you bringing this up? And again, that's her to-go move now. Because Dorit, she's trying to explain like, okay, so the reason why I'm trying, why are you bringing this up? Okay, the reason why, why are you bringing this up? Oh, okay, but the reason, why are you bringing this up? I'm sorry, she would have told me twice to, why are you bringing this up? Before I would have told Sutton to shut the fuck up. Like, lady, shh, let me talk. But you know, that's her new to-go-to now. And Dorit is just like, well, I mean, if you just let me talk, Sutton, I would tell you why I'm bringing this up in the first place. So then back in the kitchen, we see Kyle, who's dressed like a pirate. She's there with Erica, and Erica's like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm listening to something. and they hear Sutton in the background. Why are you bringing this up? So then they rush over to the living room to sit down. They're like, oh, okay, everything is getting juicy. And Crystal's two friends, did you see what they were doing? They were laughing at each other like, oh, look, it's about to get good. I love their reaction. So then Garcelle, no, I believe Dorit, she throws it out there. I mean, what? I'm just saying that you were acting like this in Vegas, but yet now you're making out with your driver. Oops. So then Garcelle, she was quick to jump in. And, you know, Garcelle is always jumping in for Sutton. I just wish, and I have no issue with it because Kyle, Erica, Lisa Rinna, and who else am I missing? All four of them, they all jump in for each other against everybody else. So Garcelle, I have no issue with her doing that. I just wish that it was the other way around because Sutton, she barely ever jumps in for Garcelle. She's just kind of there. Garcelle just has to fight her own battles. Crystal, you know, Crystal is just there. And then Garcelle is just like, whoa, no. That was a conversation that me, Erica, and you and Sutton, we had in private. But Garcelle, you and Sutton are both full of shit in this second because you had no issue with Erica just yelling that out a second ago in front of everybody. Even if their backs were turned, they could probably hear what was going on. And you know, you had no issue with Erica saying, oh yeah, she made out with her driver. And now that Dorit is trying to prove a point to Sutton that she's a hypocrite, all of a sudden it's an issue. Like, absolutely not. But this is where Dorit lost me completely, though, because I was with her until here. She's telling Garcelle, what are you talking about? I'm just trying to explain to Sutton, you know, this, that, and the third. I just don't understand why you're coming at me like this. Like, can't I get the benefit of the doubt? Like, why are you attacking me like this? Again, Dorit, again, attack? Garcelle was attacking you now? She was attacking you where? Attacking you where? Because all Garcelle did was, oh, hey, me, you, so-and-so, we were having a private conversation. That wasn't a public thing that we wanted out there. And now all of a sudden she's attacking you. Like, you know, and I can't even, I don't even know if at this point we could even blame Dorit for being ignorant or stupid. I just feel like she's doing this on purpose at this point because it's been over and over and over with Dorit nonstop for like how many, the past 3 seasons already? Her taking these little shots at Garcelle, thinking that she's slick about it and thinking that it doesn't go unnoticed. And we notice it every single time. Ever since the season 11 reunion when she told Garcelle, I still remember it to this day. She told Garcelle, can you please let me talk? Garcelle, she was yelling at her, and it'll be a whole different thing, Dorit, if you kept the same energy with everybody on the show, but you only choose to act like this and throw out these words and behave like this towards Garcelle. Like, do you see her as less than everybody else because she's black? Like, at this point, that's what it's feeling like. Because even earlier this season on the Las Vegas trip, on the bus, when you two were, you know, having a discussion, what did you tell Garcelle? Can you please stop yelling at me? And now we're doing it again. Like, now she's attacking you. Like, it's just these constant jabs from Dorit over and over and over again. And you would think that from last week when Sutton told, what's her name? The new housewife. What's her name? The new housewife. Oh, can you please stop yelling at me? And Dorit whispered over, she's not yelling at you. I thought, you know, we were getting somewhere, but here we are. Like, and I'm sorry if my voice is, I think I'm losing my voice. You see what you do, Dorit? I'm losing my voice. Oh my God, I sound like Natalie Nunn. I run LA. Oh my God, my throat. And I'm so glad that Garcelle finally told Dorit, look, I can't with you right now. I can't with your privilege. And here goes Dorit. Huh? Wait, what do you mean privilege? Wait, what do you mean? Why are you calling me that? Like, Dorit, step outside of your bubble for a second and look around at the world that is now in 2023. Like, I'm not really sure what time period you think that we're living in, but this is 2023 and you need to keep up. Like I keep saying, you're almost 50 years old and you mean to tell me that you're still acting, you're still being stupid? You're still dumb. You're still ignorant to everything going on around in the world. I'm pretty sure you have social media. You have the news. You could go on the internet. You could go to a library and read a book. But now all of a sudden you're clueless to everything. You're clueless to what she's saying about you being privileged. And then on top of that, you know how Garcelle mentioned earlier, like, oh, you know, Dorit, she's in her little bubble. She doesn't really know what's going on and how to not talk to her like that and say she attacked her. So Dorit was being shady on Instagram and she posted a picture of her outfit that she was wearing this episode with the caption saying, I'm in my own bubble. Like, Dorit, like, it's not looking good for you. Erica, she jumps in out of nowhere and she's like, look, it's because you're white. It's because you're white. And then in the confessional, Erica surprisingly breaks it down. As a white woman, you can't tell a black person in general, but in this case, a black woman, hey, you attacked me, when clearly she wasn't doing that to begin with. You know, that in the real world, it could really cause a lot of harm. You know, and Dorit is just so dumb. And Dorit, she tells Garcelle, okay, can you at least educate me on what's going on? Like, why did I trigger you? Or like, what's going on? And again, no. And I'm so glad that Garcelle stood her ground. And Garcelle, honestly, Dorit, she has been going easy on you for a good minute, because she should have cursed you out seasons ago. And, you know, she's been letting you slide for this long. And I'm so glad that she finally told you, like, no, I'm not here to teach you. This is not going to be a teachable moment. She wants to have a conversation with Garcelle privately, like, look, no, can we talk this whole thing out? I just want to know what caused your issue. And Garcelle is like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not here to be your teacher. And this is why it's so tricky when it comes to the white housewives, the white, you know, cities or whatever, when they're trying to incorporate or trying to bring in somebody of a minority, in this case, a black person, Garcelle, into a group of white women, because I feel like the white women are so scared of being, you know, canceled or being, you know, deemed as racist, that they don't really know how to talk to like anybody different than them. Like, oh, wait a minute. Is it okay to say this? Is it okay to say that? If they do something, you know what, we're just gonna let it slide, and we're just gonna pick fights against each other and just let them just go underneath the radar, because they don't know how to speak to anybody differently outside of their circle, and that's the problem. And what pisses me off even more is that on social media, if you go on Twitter right now, they are tearing up not only Dorit, but also Garcelle. They're tearing Garcelle up to pieces because, and I cannot stand when people say this, oh, Garcelle is bringing up the race card. She's bringing politics into this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. She always wants to play a victim. She always wants to do this. She let Sutton get away with X, Y, and Z, which that right there, you know, Sutton, I still haven't forgotten how she was moving a couple of seasons earlier ago, you know, oh, I don't see color. People are forgetting that this is the reality of black people every single day. And just because the cameras go down on this show does not mean that that changes for Garcelle. Like, she is still a black woman off the show in the real world. And she has the possibility of meeting people like Dorit or worse that will accuse her of, oh, she attacked me, she did this to me. And what happens next? She loses her job, she loses her spot on this show, or even worse, you know, and people just do not take that into consideration. And, you know, even if Garcelle, let's say Garcelle was to take her time, I guess, to give her time to Dorit and actually teach her, I guess, you know, I feel like Dorit still wouldn't understand it. Like, you could have all the conversation in the world with Dorit, and she still won't get it. She won't understand it, and she'll still try to make it about herself. We saw it in Las Vegas when Garcelle tried to explain to the group, hey, I don't feel comfortable talking about my children because of this, this, and this. What did Dorit do? Oh, but it's my situation. Let's make it about me. Oh, you need to move on from it because it's been a year. Eventually, Dorit tried to turn the heat back over to Denise. She's like, so Denise, did you talk your issues out with Erica? And I'm like, no, we're still not off you. And then what's her name? Denise was like, don't do that. Don't do that right now. Bring it down a notch. Bring it down a notch. So Dorit eventually was like, you know what, forget it. Everybody's coming at me. I'm just going to get up and go to my creature of a husband, PK, which honestly, I would have just stayed in the couch right there and have everybody, you know, mad at me instead of going home to that monster. But Denise, she tells Erica, so Erica, you know, I want to talk about, you know, what happened between me and you at the dinner party. You know, what was going on? Because I still feel like we have issues. Erica was like, we don't really have any issues, but I did hear that you called me like a bot, see you on Tuesday or whatever, like something like that. I'm not really sure. And then Denise was like, I never said that about you. And then we see in the flashback that no, she didn't call her a bot, whatever she was saying. She called her a asshole. As if that's any better. So then she looks at Kyle and Kyle's like, I'm like, oh, so now all of a sudden she's forgetting her lines, right? She's like, oh, I mean, you know, that's regardless of the point. You two still have an issue. So she, you know, she managed to squeeze herself out of this whole discussion. So then Erica was like, look, Denise, I'm not really sure what the issue is between me and you. You have something going on against me from 4 years ago. You know, I'm not really sure. Something about a threesome and your daughter or whatever. And Denise is like, well, I mean, yeah, my daughter, this and that. I just feel like it was very inappropriate of you putting that out there and blah, blah, blah. I really don't know what Denise's whole motive with this whole conversation is. Like, what are we getting at? So then Erica was just like, okay, but your daughter does OnlyFans. Ooh. So we're playing dirty, huh? And then obviously she's throwing that out there to allude that, okay, you want to pretend that your daughter is squeaky clean, blah, blah, blah. But she's on OnlyFans. Not that that's a bad thing, but again, obviously you must know, you know how certain things work out, right? So obviously your daughter's not that clueless to what a threesome is. So Denise was like, wow, you really are a mean woman. You are a mean person. I cannot believe that. And Erica was just like, I mean, I love the, in the confessional, she was like, you know, I really don't want to fight with Denise, but okay. I'm like, damn, she needs to be a villain in the next Batman movie. Like, I can see her, like, just trying to take over Gotham. Erica throws it back at her, and she's like, look, you're the one that came in acting like a bitch towards me, calling me names and everything, and you expect me not to go low with you? No, of course I am. You obviously don't know me. And that's the Erica that we were missing. That's the real Erica right there. All this, oh no, I'm giving up fighting for land. I'm friends with Sutton, blah, blah, blah. All of that was just BS to redo her entire image for her show and moving forward. This is the real Erica right here. And then Denise was like, wow, you know, hair still looking good, right? Wow, I can't believe this. You're a real mean woman. You're a mean woman. So then Erica, ooh, she puts the nail in the coffin, and she was like, I mean, I really have no issue with your daughter doing OnlyFans. I just want to know, who's more profitable, you or your daughter, Sammy? Oh my God. Damn, Erica, wow. Even Sutton was just like, and Kim, who was sitting right next to Erica, she was just like, a gulp. I'm like, wow, no, she did not take it there. But I mean, she took it there, and I mean, I guess that's what Denise wanted, because Denise, I'm not really sure what you wanted, but Denise, if I was you, absolutely not. The next thing that comes out of my mouth is talking about her son. And we all know that Erica is going to lose it if you talk about her son. So, you know, Denise, if you were fast enough, you know, there was a couple of topics that you could have thrown back at her, like her son, for starters. You could have talked about Tom. You could have been like, oh yeah, well, I mean, between me and my daughter, we're both profitable. Well, what about you? Did you give back the money to the widows and orphans? Or are you still profitable? Like, throw something back at her like that. You can't talk about her ticket sales being $7 and lower because they don't know that yet, but you know, you have so much ammo, but you just let her talk to you like that. But then again, we don't know, because we don't know how this whole thing plays out, but damn, Erica, right there. And if anything, Denise, you should have lunged at her as soon as she said that to you, because that was crazy. But you know, this episode was intense. Dorit, I'm so disappointed, so stupid. Erica, yikes. Denise, yikes. And we shall see how this whole thing plays out the next episode. But actually, I don't think the next episode, we get it like in 2 weeks in the new year, in 2024. I believe it's January 2 or something like that. So hold on. Let me put on my Christmas hat. Oh my God, not my head being huge. Oops, let me work with this. Okay. So happy holidays, everybody. Have a lovely, 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 lovely new year, and cheers to a good year, 2024. So thank you so much for supporting my channel, watching my videos, and I hope you all have a good holiday, okay? Stay safe, and let me know what you all thought about this whole entire episode. Not a ponytail. Let me know what you all thought about this whole entire episode down in the comments. Bye, everybody. Mwah.